afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host of Pearl, the one, the only master of propaganda, the only sanctioned source of current entertainment. Off here to 1 vs 1 on a Lost Glider in the north. It is Loyal, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 1st Panzer Division with the south. It is Band, fighting for the Red Army, Socialism, Comrade Stalin. Taking on the role here of the 25th Tank Corps, we got Jaeger Infantry, Spearhead, and Storm Doctrine with Infantry, Panzerfaust, and Mine Bulletins versus Shock Rifle, Gun Motor, and Tank Counter Tactics with Triple Infantry. We got a gun MG42 start versus a double constant start there. Standard stuff here from both sides. With an interesting opening path here by Loyal, actually heading westwards rather than the usual path towards the eastern field. He actually seems to be moving towards the west to disrupt his opponent's field. Interesting move there, bold move particularly for the Wehrmacht, but there we are. Also big thanks to Playboy Joey for pledging on Patreon and supporting the mighty Propagandacast, allowing me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis along so many other handsome and charming people. So big thanks to you, Playboy Joey. And I hope you will continue to enjoy supporting me for a long time, along with so many other people, of course, I wish to thank as well. You too can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links in the description. Anyways, back to Scale 5. There you go. He's in fact going for an aggressive rush there against Band. Occupying the building here, a bit risky, of course, but at the same time it pays off. It can make things rather difficult for Band here to deal with in the early game. There you go. Pioneers and the MG42 guns, and they're dealing with the conscripts here. Basically covering up territory there. MG42 really just having a hard time there. Pioneer team with engineers. Got to focus them down. There we go. Firstly, and then the conscripts will deal with that afterwards. Got these kind of squad moves to support here. Overall, interesting opening here from the Wehrmacht. Again, it's just not something you see very often, but when it gets executed properly, though again, it's very risky, it can be quite effective, since again, MG42 can very aggressively lock down territory. More conscripts coming in, they need to focus them down. In fact, as they approach here, that'd be the best move. Might even catch the other conscript with it. More troops moving in, there you go, conscript suppressed. If this doesn't pay off, of course, Loyal is going to be in some deep sauerkraut. He's going to be really falling behind his opponent here. Do we get any early Molotovs here? No, we do not get early Molotovs. So surprise move of a band is normally against this kind of thing. You want to get out early Molotovs, but he's not there. Got one conscript pushed back. Only one to go after this. MG42 is almost wiped out, but the conscript is suppressed and routed. Oof, almost caught them there. Veterans one gaining the MG42. He's getting the grenadiers out there. MG42 is about to come up. There you go, caught the conscripts. One man didn't follow the rest of the team and got suppressed. But in the end, the MG42 just retreated. The conscripts still can fight here. He got the fuel cut off. But holy smokes, that was quite the opening there from Loyal against Band. I mean, Band clearly wasn't expecting this, but clearly Loyal wasn't quite expecting to run into the issue with that one conscript just running in circles around the damn MG42. Still, ended up doing a bunch of damage, but in the end, I don't think it was quite able to do enough damage to really make it worth it. But at the same time, it still, I think, did enough to ensure it wasn't a complete waste of time and resources either. But yeah, high risk maneuver. Then again, sometimes it can pay off, and when it does pay off, again, it's going to pay off beautifully as your opponent just gets completely thrown off the game. Again, a very aggressive MG42 there. Then again, you generally want to play MG42s actors. The Wehrmacht is just play them too passively. That's usually when things slightly bite you in the arse. If you're not careful, at least. Anyways, triple gun is MG42 there versus quadruple conscripts, and we get medics on the way there for Band. Standard stuff there. Typically, you want to go for like a medic after your 3rd or 4th conscript squad, depending on how the situation is going. Which point you can just pop this upgrade. Too much later than that, and of course you want to be spending your manpower on other stuff. You also risk just bleeding up too fast after that point. So usually 3 or 4 conscript squads, you go for the field infirmary. Little, rule of thumb there for players who are a bit unsure when to get their field infirmaries. Gunneers versus conscripts. Field infirmary up there. Gunneers holding up then before moving down here. Again, active machine gun usually cheer by Loyal, supporting his gunneers and his pioneers with it, which is usually how you want it. It was also how the heavy machine gun was actually supposed to be used in the German army doctrine. It was actually not this sort of defensive weapon. In fact, if it came to defensive fighting, they would actually typically remove the machine gun from the tripod and switch over to a bipod to use it that way. It was in fact very much an offensive weapon meant to support the grenadiers during an attack against enemy positions. So, little fun fact there about the HMG42, for those unawares. Got to move against grenadiers here. Back here we got tech there for Loyal, almost done. Got the cup on there, almost done as well there. Grenadiers versus the conscript. But also harassing his opponent fuel point, there's a good maneuver. I mean, right now you can see the Band's expecting another push through here. But again, after this, he just swings around this again. Loyal here displaying, I think, some good field fluidity against opponent. Good read of the battlefield situation. Again, active use of the machine gun there. Quick support is going to be suppress the conscripts there. Thumbs up to Loyal again. I think Loyal primarily plays Wehrmacht. I mean, you can see they're weak grenadiers. He's clearly not too impressed about the state of the grenadiers, but he plays a lot of Wehrmacht overall, though. Check there done for Loyal. Band here fighting across now his carve point, but certainly again, he's been really just sort of disrupting the early game, and it just causing him to make a few mistakes. It's just, he's not entirely sure how to grasp his opponent, and sometimes your opponent isn't sure how to deal with you. It can cause them to make more mistakes again. They just suddenly have to venture into like really unknown territory, and some players don't really handle unknown territory very well. It tends to be a bit uncomfortable for them. And you 4-2-3 positioning, good work there. Take down, maybe nothing seen further there. You could actually go for Panzer Grenadiers now, which would be quite effective. Jaeger Infantry, Jaeger Command Squad, also very solid stuff there, of course. Put some 4 Infantry squads. And of course, also begin equipment his regular Grenadiers with G43s or the Gewehr 43. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. The Gewehr 43 basically came about as an attempt to improve the Gewehr 41, which had some issues. It was based off the Danish Bang system, and yes, Bang is a Danish name. Go figure. But basically, there was some issues with the G43, and then G41. They basically then caught up to the SVT-40, captured it, and basically used it to like improve the G41, but coming up with the G43, which basically just used the system of the SVT-40. Little fun fact there. 2-2 on the way there for Loyal there. Yeah, Command Squad moving up, constant flanking against MG42 there. Quick ambush camouflage, too. They're really strong move there by Loyal. And we go Molotov off, so we do get Molotovs here from Band, very good. Still no sign of a doctrine here from him, and of course, Jaeger Infantry was up for ambush training. Jaeger Light Infantry upgrades, which basically means G43s. Jaeger Command Squad, Light Artillery barrages, and the Stuka Close Air Support. 2-2 almost done there for Loyal. Conscript moving up. They're starting to push back against the sort of Loyal here after having sort of gotten a bit more of a hold there, but you can see there Loyal is pushing straight here for the carve point again. Aggressive, disruptive plays, and it's worth noting, meanwhile, Ban is yet to take up at all. He may in fact want to consider supporting company here for Maximus and Mortars versus opponent here in the east. We've got confidence of Pioneers doing some heavy damage there. Pioneers in fact forced to retreat, but there you go, fighting around the carve point here. Molotov off on the Jaeger Command Squad there, but still pushed away due to the presence of the MG42. Very close to 52 on that one already. Again, just these aggressive plays have paid off big time. Engineers being rushed out. Again, he's just not having time to take up here. Good flank then in the east side. We got the 2-2 moving up here, putting pressure on Bandy and more so. At this point, he's probably going to have to go for either Guard Motor or Tank Hunter tactics just to get out something to help deal with the 2-2 in terms of like anti-tank rather, because trying to then, I think, tech for support company bring up field gun could in fact be a bit too slow here versus the 2-2 if Loyal handles it aggressively enough. And he's certainly shown himself as an aggressive player so far, I think all can attest to. Got the D-Seg Northwards here. Back here, troops reinforcing, healing there for Loyal and the German army here. Definitely want to get take up though either way, and there goes Pump Company. I'm guessing it's going to be his choice here. Could go for the Special Rifle Command, but that'd be a bit of a strange choice here. There we go. Support Weapon Company. Still no sign of doctrine there from Band and the Red Army. Crush his fence here with the 2-2. Engaging here the counter inside the church. Bit of scramble, push out the grenades with their Molotov there. But they didn't really call it the Molotov, the Soviets. That was more of a Finnish thing that sort of caught on with the rest. They probably just called it an incendiary bomb or something like that. I mean, the Germans, for example, called it a Brandflasche, and they produced them themselves, by the way. So I imagine that's what the Soviet soldiers called them, something along the line. So it's really just something that the Finnish called them, to sort of mock the Soviet Minister Molotov. Which then sort of caught on. Little fun fact there. Parnesi charting at the conscripts. Tank command up there for Band and the Red Army. And the west here we got the point being seized by the Grenadiers. Conscript moving in to deal with that. Tank command almost done. He can't go for a T-70 right away, but he's not going to be too far off it either. Again, part of it's just Loyal again. Aggressive harassment and denial of fuel there to his opponents. Again, thumbs up there to Loyal. Really just driving home there with the Wehrmacht. James versus conscripts. Tank command almost done. Troops are healing and reinforcing. So we'll see what he goes for. But again, it'll probably be a T-70 as soon as he gets the fuel. Though, of course, you can see there, Loyal is doing a very thorough job ensuring he doesn't get a lot of fuel. Again, just aggressive pressure in place. The machine gun being actually utilized. Support his troops during attacks, providing a sort of solid fire backbone there for His forces get a wipe there. Pretty harsh there for Band in the early game. He's really going to have to bank everything on the T-70 right now. That's in fact Loyal's biggest weakness. He's going to be quite vulnerable to a T-70 light tank, as he currently has no anti-tank guns, and he's not been laying down telemines either. So that's a bit of a flaw there in Loyal's current force composition here. But it's also at this point, Band's, real only chance of getting back into this game versus Loyal. Like, if he doesn't get that T-70 that doesn't do some serious damage to his opponent with it, he's toast. Like, there's no way around it. He's going to be deader than disco. Consequently, there's a Jaeger command squad there, all fighting out here. Very close to the T-70, still it's going to take some time there. He's not getting a lot of fuel. Again, the harassment has just been very thorough here from Loyal. And again, he is seemingly utterly unawares of what's about to hit him. So again, that's going to be really, I think, Band's biggest shot there. Definitely also went for a Doctor. He could go for shock troops to back up. The shock troops really just push through there. Just got him for a bit more sort of in between like offensive and defensive firepower, and like just terms of strength there. Whereas the shock troops very offensive. The Gartner was still offensive. Do also have some good defensive abilities. But yeah. Okay, we get shock rifles. There's going to be shock troops. Going to really try and just push hard against the opponent. Just hope for a big push with the T-70 and the shock troops. Then really swing the game around against Loyal once more. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. And meanwhile here, Loyal is just pretty much just taking up, going straight ahead there for the next tier. Pretty much getting so much fuel he figures he can get away with it. Not bad there, not bad. Though again, a bit risky from my perspective. I mean, I've certainly done this several times, but usually want at least another 2-2 in case something goes wrong there. Or some telemines down. That's usually in fact what I do in these situations, toss down telemines. There we go, in fact land doing telemines, so yeah. Guess that slightly allays it. Of course, it's not a foolproof thing, but it can slightly buy more time if you do misjudge your opponent then. Let's come to there was the 2-2 and the Grenadiers. Harshly going in there. We got mines there. Not finished off there for them. Probably because got spotted there by the Germans. Come to be careful. There you go. T-70 light tank 80 for Band and the Red Army. Constable setting out. Their shock troopers are there. We go and getting here the Pioneers. Then before two there is immediately suppress them, smoke grenade down there, obfuscating the line of how they before to the Grenadiers, and the 2-2 T-70 moving in there. Grenadiers could be in a lot of trouble, so could the 2-2 actually. Shock troopers unsuppressed. There we go, good hit from the T-70. Grenadiers all down to half health here. 2-2 next target. Good hit there from the T-70. I mean, still, Loyal is getting a lot of resources over Band here, but the T-70 is going to be a problem. There we go, got the Pack 40 in the way for him. You can actually build the support core now, and actually soon get out some armor here versus Band, who's meanwhile thinks going to need to bring up more troops, but also he really needs some support weapons, field guns, mortars, even a maximum be some really good investment there for Band, and probably should be happening soon. T-70, there's the MG42. Grenadiers taking a bit of light fire this from Baby. In fact, stands way too close to risking the Grenadiers actually taking further damage there. Good hit on the MG42, going for the western fuel point here, catching the machine gun on a good flank there. Good work by Band. Slowly getting control of the situation again. Shock troops coming out now here. The situation in the east is slightly deteriorating here for Loyal. Again, the lack of an anti-tank gun and sort of serious vehicular presence is making them more vulnerable. In the west, they'll need a Molotov there, I think. Never mind. Smoke grenade down here. Getting Panzerfaust there. Need to fix up the T-70 fast enough. There's engineers nearby to do it. Engineers moving in from the center victory point. Obviously realizing we need to prioritize that one. Shock troops, they actually had a small chance of rushing the MG42 there, but they decided to stay on the point and get suppressed. But a mistake there, I think, by Band. Back here, troops reinforcing. Needs more forces on the field. Again, I would strongly recommend some support weapons here for Band. 300 points left versus the 447 here of Loyal. He's got the support requirement, in fact, going for a Pantherful pretty soon. Band's situation remains pretty precarious. Perilous even. Consequently, West was there. Now the shock trooper squad there again. That's going to hit hard there on Loyal and his infantry. But right now, of course, a bit like how Loyal was a bit wrong to the T-70, Band is going to be really vulnerable to Panzer IV because he's got 0 anti-tank weapons. He's got a bunch of anti-tank grenades, and that's it. I mean, the shock trooper is going to be great with an infantry and support weapons. Of course, steal the Pack 40. Great for him, but they're not going to do anything against the tanks, those shock troopers. Grenadier squad equal to a wipe. That's quite helpful here for Band. There we go. Grenadier squad annihilated. A tiny tactical win. They need to get the engineers back for reinforcement. Or need to fix up this T-70 if possible. I'll just swing up the west side there. Good work. Probably should have swung harder at that one side instead of pushing more resources into these here. So Loyal was digging in there. I'll wait. Panther almost done there for Loyal. So far, strong start here for Loyal, but of course, Even that can quickly change if you're not careful. He's lost one Grenadier squad. He's also starting to play a bit more defensive, which is giving Band here more time to just quickly sweep in and seize up territory, but he's going to need anti-tank guns, or he's going to need Issue 6s. Possibly both. Seizing points here, using the T-70 grab here. Good abilities there by Band. Of course, shock rifles acts at the KV-8, anti-tank gun ambush tactics, shock troops, incendiary artillery barrages, and the IS-2 heavy tank. Shock troops for the Grenadiers, 2-2 moving in there, 5 kills, half 8 to 52. Panzerkampfwagen here, they're mobilized for Loyal and the 1st Panzer Division. Concentrating about here. Field gun almost down there for Band. Pioneers flanking up, they could be focused down by the shock troopers. Quick grenade. Oh, they're on the mine at that. Almost got a full one. And the Pioneers got whacked. That's a bit awkward there for Lloyd. Pioneers was standing in his own 9. Hoisted by his own petard, if you will. It could have been worse. It could have been a tank that was on top of that telemine, in which case Lloyd would have been really sad. Field gun arriving here. That will give the Band some more wiggle room here versus the Panzer IV, to put it mildly. More Pioneers there for Lloyd. Western points being scored by the conscripts and engineers. Troops are here reinforcing for Band. Panzer IV charging heading through the fences, through the trees. The screams of dying squirrels as they get crushed beneath the treads can be heard by anyone who's got that great hearing. Anyways, Panzer IV, they're landing, taking a hit there from the field, and also taking up the conscript. They're going to tank grenade, but almost costing the conscript squad. No, gets away. Close one there. Shock troops inside the church. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing there, since they can't really effectively hit anything from it. Like, the accuracy is going to be terrible because, again, submachine guns aren't exactly long-range weapons. It seems mostly for show more than anything. Are they just wasting bullets? Fire everything at them, Petro, but we're not hitting at this range. Just do it anyways. Shock troops going into the east with the command squad in ambush. Half 8 of Etany 3 already. And there you go, unleashing hell on the shock troopers. Body armor that absorbs a lot of hits. Technically it wouldn't. The body armor of the shock troopers could really run up against 9mm parabellum bullets, meaning pistols and submachine guns, not D43s and Kar 98Ks. Field gun in ambush. Thumbs up there to Band for using that ability. Very good. Pushing for the eastern victory point here. Looking to outmaneuver his opponent as he's focusing more on the center-west there. Clear play the Band, of course. Need to care about not running into an Panzer IV there without any tank support in the far east. Another Panzer IV there for Low. Band is probably going to go for another field gun soon. And he may just try and end up stalling for the IS-2 here, the less out of desire for it and more out of necessity, which some players do. Like, if they're far behind, they may just dig the heels in and just try and stall for the big tank to use that one to turn the game around. In this case, the Lord is just putting more pressure on with his mediums now to make this harder in some way, so good play there. He may want to consider more to help deal with the support weapons, make it hard for them to use effectively against his arm, which of course will give him a better chance to finish the fight before an IS-2 happens. And I imagine at this point, Lol is very much aware he's going to like to be hit by an IS-2 if he doesn't finish this soon enough. I mean, Band is always beginning to get really good map control back. You can correct threaten here Lol's eastern fuel point. Bit of notice out there by Loyal. Western victory point being seized there. We got 437 to 251. Second says 3 additional field gun there out for Band. Different engaging the Pioneers there. Comes with the Grenadiers in the west. Panzer IV shoots, misses. Bit awkward there. Second Panzer IV arriving, crashing through the fences and moving towards the fields. Shocked was the Grenadiers. And routed. Holding up the centre here with the Grenadiers, MD-42s. The Jaeger command squad MD-42s forming up a hedgehog position there, which is going to be harder there for Band to break through without some serious firepower. Turning up the western side here, hoping to perhaps open up another path here towards the curve point there, getting behind some of the main lines. MD-42 there's going to hit by the constant Molotov there. Get suppressed, but still could pop Molotov there in time. He's moving up, get a pack forward nearby. There you go. Oh, no frangible incendiary device from him. Going for the carbine again, no. Loyal strikes again for Das Vaterland. Incendiary artillery barrage down the machine gun, going to be scorched a bit, but might take a casualty, but I don't think it's going to get wiped by that. Need to fight around the carbine again here. He'd utterly forgotten about it, and then Loyal strikes. Like a thief in the night, or a politician after an election. Panzerfaust on the T-70, eventually through the gained, taking some damage there. Panther 4 button head needs to set up the field gun quickly. Oh dear. There you go, got it on the Panther 4 there, pierces the armor with ease. Second Panther 4 on the other side, needs to get the other field to deal with that. Comes to taking damage out, and they'll miss the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Shock Troopers are going for the Pack 40, a big mistake here, but Lloyd might have been a misclick, might have been something else, but the Shock Troopers are going to wipe the Pack 40. Church is on fire, and Inferno. And there you go, Lloyd calling an artillery to keep it out of the filthy Marxist hands of band, or at least maybe even totally destroy it. And there we go, Church is about to collapse under the weight of its own hubris. Mechanized Armor Company not finished here by band, probably designed to prioritize other things. And there you go, Pentagon's about to strike the base here. Lloyd keeps up the pressure, trying to open up new fronts versus Loyal, new ways of attacking. Cheeky pack there destroyed, so at least he denied him the entertainment, because if he'd gotten himself a 6-man pack, that would have been really uncomfortable there for Loyal alongside the 2 field guns, and would certainly make the IS-2 stall a lot more likely. But there you go, 1 machine gun bunker down. Oh my goodness. These Jaeger command squad pioneers moving ahead. Their Shock Troopers caught here in the open. T-Sim being fixed up. Finally, Phil needs to turn around to deal with that, possibly with a barrage. Lloyd just keeps up the pressure, keeps finding new ways to attack his opponent. I mean, really good sort of tactical flexibility there by Lloyd. Really impressive Wehrmacht attacks. Field gun there repositioning again. Need to finish that mechanized armor company. It's not be like an IS-2 anytime soon. Probably should have it ready just in case. I mean, if his opponent makes another raid, they could just destroy it before it's finished. At which point he's just going to lose the resources entirely. Which would obviously be quite inefficient for Band and the Red Army. There you go, another strike at the base. As soon as the field gun moves away, he strikes again. Loyal, you cheeky bastard. Field gun moving up there. Shock Troopers moving in as well. Gonna need squad about to encounter that. North, we got a T-7 versus MG42. Taking hits from the Panzerkampfwagen field. Almost got the MG42 crew there. Almost dead. Down to 1 man. Forced to flee. Machine gun bunker there. Basically a hole in the ground with a guy in it. Wishing he'd someone bring a bucket of water to put out the fires. Field gun trying to shoot through the walls here. Mine exploded, damaging the engine of the Panther 4. Bandstand is no way to follow up on this and finish it off the job here. Taking the features in the 2-2 up north, Victor Bomb seized there by the Germans. In the south, Grenadiers routed MG42. They also got the Shock Troopers there. We got ace level machine gun there for Loyal. Got the 2-2 there, bit awkward for him. He managed to hold down the wall. He has to be careful not to shoot his own stuff with it though. North here comes in with the Grenadiers in the command squad. Field gun nearby as well. Need to be careful. See some trying to break through again. Getting machine gun there behind heavy cover. Pioneers sneak up down the west side. Might want to push the eastern victory point before it's too late. Back in his base, we got the heavy Panzer Corps possibly prepared here for Loyal. He's got tier 4 ready. Making our stomach company still not finished for Band. Yeah, T-Sim charging at ace level. Charging up between 2 infantry squads with Panther Fausted. I think that was a bit of a misclick there by Band. Almost got the Grenadiers. Yeah, command squad routed as well. But now they got finished. And there you go, Panther 4 sees an opportunity to get the fielders up there to assist. Only got 1, then it's ambushed. Still need to finish that mechanized armor company and hit for that eastern victory point there. 468. Troops are healing reinforcing for Loyal. And you go, finally to finish it. We got more engineers there for Loyal or Band as well. Final troops in dispatch eastward to hit the victory point there. Machine remains here. No ambush tactics still here for him. Bit of a shame there by Loyal. Smoking down here. Not bad in theory, though. Of course, there's a bit the issue of the Panther 4 there, which could very quickly put a stop there to his antics, plus the MG42. They could theoretically, clear that out, at least do enough damage maybe to make it hard for him to suppress the unit, or not. Close one there, but an ace MG42 is very good at pinning down units very fast. Plus at that range, of course, it also does a lot of damage, so Didn't quite do him a lot of favours there. Panther down to half health. Making our summer company, they're good to go. We are a bit over a minute away from an IS-2 heavy tank here for Band. Loyal, though, is certainly some time away from anything more than the start of 2 Panther. 4th Panther went down there. And quickly forcing retreat there from Band as his forces cannot breach the lines. Up north, T-70 versus the MD-42 Jaeger command squad. As well, field still hiding here. Could try bombard at this range. Maybe hit the Jaeger command squad. They got air support calling as well. He's basically using 200 munitions to finish off the T-70. Are they showing off or he really hates that T-70? Possibly both. Since I'm sure many Vermont players can attest to, the only good T-70 is a dead T-70. Panther moving safe for the conscript there. Heavy Panzer call. Still not going up there for Loyal. It could happen soon. Meanwhile there, Band is taking some nasty hits here as he's trying to stall up for the IS-2 heavy tank. And there you go, Heavy Panzer call. Go up the base of Loyal and the German army, the 1st Panzer Division. 25th tank corps continue to fight away against the fascists. But they're going as tough. And Loyal is showing no mercy. No consideration for his opponent's state of affairs. But soon he's going to have to be a bit more cautious. He's going to be up against an IS-2 with only a Pack 40 and 2 Panther 4s to deal with it. One field gun's been cleared out somewhere. Down there. Molotov and MD-42 there, burning it out. Structure ringing as well there. IS-2 heavy tank out here. We could see what? We could see what? Yes, looks like the MD-42 is going to go down. Bit of a blow there to Loyal. Shock to squad 2. The main gun is being out. Rowdy. Yeah, command squad Rowdy. There we go. Could try a grenade in the retreat path. Probably not going to pay off though. IS-2 rolling ahead here. Panther on the way for Loyal and the German army. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Faserland. Adding the pin-mounted MG-40, oh, not MG-42, but disc A machine gun there, and machine gun there at close range could get wiped out with the IS-2 heavy tank. Shot goes off, doesn't quite do it. Panther 4 bounces, vexes 1 gain. Pack shoots though, penetrates the IS-2's frontal armor. Panther halfway to death, machine gun about to get wiped. There you go. Could grab it here, and we're going to send it to called in on the Pack 40. Need to get the IS-2 fixed up. He's going to need to work on it. Also need to cruise own field gun there again. And if possible, should try and grab that MD-42 turn against Loyal as well. All the way with the IS-2. Loyal's counterattack here against Band's Loyal counterattack against Loyal has begun. Got the other mixed up there. My mistake. Panther almost done there. The for Loyal and the German army. Tilly barrels here on the MD-42 going to need position. Doing some damage there. No serious kills. Going to need almost wiped out. And the MD-42 could also go down with a bit of bad luck here for Loyal. But no. Every shot. Ooh, well, never mind. Almost every shot there misses, but one does go through and deal some serious damage there. IS-2 almost good to go as well. They're sent to victory point seized here by the Red Army. The cemetery is now under control of the Red Army. In the southeast, Panther 4 here within Pioneer spot, pushing back a lone country sport there. And the Panther 4 hanging back. Up north, Shock was holding out. Sandbags here. Shot bounced. Great hit from the IS-2 and the Panther 4. Was it? Actually looks like it missed, but still did some AoE damage. Great hit on the Pioneers. And there you go, full wipe there on Loyal's Pioneers. The IS-2's definitely giving them some grief up north here. Can being routed by conscripts and shock troopers. Panther and Panther holding in the IS-2 is going to try and knock it out here. Bandit kept caught on trigger since IS-2 here versus Loyal and the German arm. There you go. Panther's hot pursuit. IS-2 turns, shoots, both penetrate each other. Both are damaged. Field gun there, trying to try and catch it. They've caught it up to there with by infantry moving up on the flank here. On north, second Panther 4, they're dealing here with Band's northern infantry outpost. Yeah, command squad taken out here by the IS-2 and the conscripts for that matter. Conscripts being suppressed with Infantry 2. Can soon go for T-34s from 6th, of course. They may want to go for Initiative 5 to help deal with the Panther. Filgan down here seems to have been forgotten entirely by Band. And there you go, more anti-aircraft support here. Panther moving in. Outmaneuvering here the field gun. Or does it? Conscripts still suppressed. Shot bounced. Air support raining down there. Great hits on the IS-2. Back down to halfway. Need to be careful there, Band. Force. Careful, careful. Not entirely sure what he's doing here, but I feel like that's a bit suicidal with the IS-2 shot bounces. Field gun gets a good hit on the Panther. IS-2 shoots. Panther bounces shot there from the field gun. Comes to fit. Oh, gets on a tank grenade here. Oh dear, push the Panther too far there. At the same time, the Luftwaffe seems to be doing nothing against the IS-2 perhaps. Panther going in, shots fired. Misses narrowly here. Panther trying to go for it. Shot penetrated. Panther almost down. Main gun and the IS-2 out here though for Band. Oh dear, and he's got no troops nearby in the base site to do anything about it. Should be able to take out the Panther at least, but I think the IS-2 heavy tank here is toast. Panther's main gun is out, and there you go, the Panther is down. IS-2 also explodes here within the base of Band. Heavy losses on both sides, but I think Loyal gets out of that one because he's still got 2 tanks, and Band has no tanks left. But there you go, Shock's coming up. They got a large cluster of infantry up the G43, so he's going to have to pull off a hell of a grenade there, I think, to have a challenge against this blob of infantry. And they're quickly spreading up, probably in this expectation of a grenade being chucked in the general direction here. Panzer IV could go down to the field gun, close to the ace level here. At least some vengeance there for Band. We got 381 versus 58 though. He's really low on victory points. To do something about that soon. Panzer falling south as they're close to 217 kills. Moving up for the center point here. Eastern one the wide open here to Band to grab. Panzerwerf here for Loyal. I think that's a bit of a curious pick at the moment. Certainly a bit of question marks as the Panther tend to be somewhat unreliable in my opinion. Rising for the center victory point. Down to 49. Is he going to try and stall for another IS-2? That's going to be a bit risky there. Pack shoots, misses. Moving for the western point in the engineer squad. Shock for the round. The gunners will take a nasty hit there from the Panzer IV. Wiping out half the unit. 20 kills in the Panzerkampfwagen. Smoke grenade down. Got troops rushing up here to defend the victory point there. Try and bleed out. Band fast east to make points east there. Panzer IV hanging back. Very, very close to victory too. Troops reinforcing healing. Shocks was moving westwards there to flash out the fascists. 18 kills there. And I imagine the Grenadiers will quickly be added to that kill total. There we go, 19 kills. And these Panzer IV, they're gaining weight to grab the country for the eastern victory point. Got a lot of manpower there floating. He may be stalling for the IS-2, but I definitely should go for some support weapons. Maximum to deal with infantry. Mortars could also be a good idea there. But he definitely, I think, should not be floating that much manpower. And he's playing for the IS-2. Panther battle off here. Oh dear, we could see what happened. The shock troops, and there you go. Their body armor does nothing against the lethal rockets there. We've got to quickly replace the shock trooper score there. I guess you can use the manpower on that as well. 373 versus 38. What will Loyal go for next? Of course, it's a bit short on fuel now, having lost several tanks, gone for a Panzerwerfer. Looks like Band is very much strong for the second IS-2. That's going to definitely take some time, though not forever either. We are looking, though, at roughly 4 minutes. Unless you can get more points faster, so that way you increase the speed. They're going to, yeah, come out towards the shock troopers. If he's too slow, it could be a wipe here. 20 kills, and the shock troopers going to score one. They're going to also deal with the shock troopers just one-on-one. The shock troopers until ace level will beat most infantry units. You really need to, like, focus fire on them. There's multiple infantry squads, so have a chance there against them. There you go, grenade off. Oh, almost a full wipe there. In fact, the shock troopers could make that a full wipe. That's going to be harshly for long there. Go down to just 2 infantry squads. Need to make up for those losses soon. MG4 up in the field gun. Could, of course, get bombarded in return. Shock troopers coming up there. Quick hoorah. Still hasn't recruited that one. That's really nose out there by Band. I think he's just entirely forgotten it existed. More Grenadiers here for Loyal, no Panzer Grenadiers. Bit of a shame there. I think you should benefit a lot from some Panzer Grenadier here versus Loyal or Band and the Red Army. Getting a bit more fuel now against the IS-2 is going to be a bit quicker to hit there, but just a bit. We got 348 versus 33. Panzer firing again. Panzerwerfer. Werfing its Raketen. Moving up to the east of the northern point here. Back to secure the center victory point. 29 versus 348. IS-2 is starting to look roughly bit over a minute there, a minute and a half I think away now. In fact, a little bit less than that for the IS-2 number 2. Loyal meanwhile is going to be some time away from getting out any out. Well, he's not too far off from say another Panther, but It's going to need that or a bunch of Stu to fight against the IS-2 successfully at the current state of affairs, I think. Counter structures they're going to use in the east. The east moving towards the center, going to grab that victory point. I'm in the west shock troopers right by the Jaeger command squad finally. Third shock trooper squad. He's really calling in a lot of shock troopers here versus... Lol, he's calling in a lot of them. Make no mistake there. Field grenade to bombard here. Shot fired, missed. Bit of better hit. The shots was going to use up close. Got the pen for the prime support here from the eastern road there. Machine gun being slowly murdered out here. Tactical squad was rolled up with the Panzer IV. Machine gun routed. We got 24 versus 348. Very close to the IS-2 heavy tank though. Roughly a minute there. Shock troops towards the western point. I'll move towards the eastern point, looks of it. 21 was the 348. Grenadiers routed, and there goes shock troops sent to the Jaeger command squad here. They're backed up with Grenadiers, and of course, dealing with much more veteran Jaeger command squad, the shock troopers have to fall back. Very close to the IS-2, but again, the constant manpower reinforcement is actually hurting his plan to push for the IS-2. He needs to be careful about not staying around too long there, since again, like right now, he's putting every egg in an IS-2 shaped basket, and so he really needs to be fast about just getting that basket delivered with its eggs. Otherwise, he's just gonna, you know, make an awful omelette on the road. So he needs to be fast about this, and currently Band is not fast on faces, constantly enforcing more and more troops, which is definitely not doing many favours. In fact, now he's just delayed the IS-2 almost by a full minute, in fact. So yeah, bit awkward there. We got 10 points left. By the way, again, just highlighting the parallelism when he keeps delaying the IS-2 there, as long as he does. Going to be a close one here for Band. It's going to be a very close one. Panther on the conscripts also gives more and more time to bring up more armor. And again, seems like he's aiming for another Panther here. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not delaying himself about what's coming next. He's about to get wiped out here. There you go. A wipe on Loyal again. He really needs to be careful about his infantry though against the shock troopers. Seems to underestimate the damage they can do. Got the Eastern Victory Point. Almost got the center one here. There we go. IS-2, number 2 for Band and the Red Army. Shock troopers bring back the Grenadiers here. Yeah, command's going on the western fuel point. IS-2 need to move up to deal with that. Pinnacle machine being added. Very good. There we go. Sturmpanzer for Loyal. I don't think a Sturmpanzer is going to be a great pick here versus the IS-2. Of course, I may be missing out on something there. Some memo. Possibly. We'll have to see if he responds. He sticks to that response once. Yeah, he cancels the Sturmpanzer. Probably for another Panther once he gets the fuel, because the Sturmpanzer versus an IS-2 is not going to be a happy ending for Loyal. Bring up another pack 40 there. Move straight for the Western Victory Point. We got 338 versus 10. Machine they're dealing with the conscripts, press them slowly. Pin up machine there ready. Hiding unit in the east, he probably should just grab more points, to be honest, with the run and keep the shock troopers there. IS-2 shoots, misses, takes it from the pack 4, but there you go, pin up machine kills one of the gunners. Being pulled back for repairs. Needs to get this fuel point back, of course, needs to get out more armor. No, he goes for the Sturmpanzer after all. He just wanted another pack 4, and there you go, Panther going for the shock troopers, and these need to retreat those soon. Well, seems confident he doesn't need the Panther versus the IS-2 tank. And it's being hammered out in the open. Easy targets for the IS-2 to deal with. And what? He's done just the Jaeger command squad. A bit of a perilous manpower situation here for Loyal. Bit of a perilous situation. There you go, Panther barrage. Push away all the infantry by the center victory point. On the eastern side, he's shocked between the Pioneers. IS-2 are probably going to deal with the Panther 4 here. Pioneer squad there taking casualties. Both the minesweepers, Panther 4 they're moving in. Sturmpanzer almost done there for Loyal. Pioneer squad being wiped out here by the shock troopers. 28 killed. There you go. Pioneer squad down with only 1 unit to repair his panzers with now. Moving towards the center with MD-42, pack 40 backing up. IS-2 shoots, gets good hit on the pack 4 or Panther 4. Shock trooper squad almost wiped out. Need to get outcrap territory. Then of course needs also more tanks as soon as possible. We got 276 versus 10. Things are very much hanging the balance here for Band. We got more Pioneers for Lord to replace the ones lost. Sturmpanzer Fear moving ahead here, crashes through the hedgerows. Now assuming straight to pack 40 here. Jaeger command's going for the Eastern victory point. They're going to encounter the eyes too though. Great hit here, blasting apart Ludwig. Also encountering shock troops. I mean, they're not really great defenders in that sense. Like, he needs to use the terrain to match. They can surprise them because ours is just going to engage at max range. At which point they're not going to do anything. But there you go. Pushing them pack 40 too far ahead for no support could allow the shock troops and such to rush them down and murder them. Of course, got a pen to back up against such a possibility. Figure while they're annihilated, not recruit, need to get that recruit up soon as well. Sturmpanzer flanks here, gets behind. Band's advanced grenade off it, doesn't really sit to the packs. Swords to fall back, needs nearby. We got the shock troops going on the flank, get hit by the MG42 instead. 259 versus 10 comms squad almost got wiped. They do get a pack 40 though, but the situation is very much hazardous here for Band. He can actually soon go for a Pan T34. He could all try and go for an HG5, but he definitely needs to haul in some armor soon, or it's going to be too late, I think. It will be much too late. Great hit from the IS-2. After the Panther 4 there. Panther 4 down to health for quick blitz maneuver there. 37 kills on it. Close to the ace level. We got 251 versus 10. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Shock troops sitting out again. Loyal has still yet to replace his infantry losses down to just the 8 command squad. Still, he's in a pretty prickly situation himself. It's going to be harder here to push through against Band, who's still using infantry like defensive forces there. Panther for battle shot, we try and murder some of Lol's things. Force of retreating in years. Machine gun that looks like an precision thing. And the West Com's going to be engaged by the Pioneers. Need to rush them out quickly and deal with the Pioneers. Probably try and get a wipe if possible. Shock troops saying northwards. A shock troops coming for the centre. Machine gun precision a bit. He can pop a smoke grenade. Destroying the field gun. Getting suppressed. Counterfire moving out of the building to grab the Western victory point back here from the fascists under Lord's command. Sturmpanzer around the shock troopers. Need to retreat them now. I mean, out in the open there's the Sturmpanzer. They're dead if they don't retreat. They're very dead. Down to just 3 men barely holding on. There you go. Final retreats there. Much later feel like there, to be honest, though, by Band. Could have been a full wipe. They wouldn't care from the west. Pioneers wiped. T-34 swings away for Band and the Red Army. We got 242 versus 10 victory points. Graham the Eastern Fuel Point there. Trying to destroy the pack 4 there with the IS-2 heavy tank. Shocks moving to the flank here. Though, of course, don't need to be mindful of the Sturmpanzer Fear. Panzer 4 on the way there for Loyal. And the first Panzer is shown here. Shock troopers are present. There goes Sturmpanzer, shoots. Gets a kill. Something come to deal with the Sturmpanzer flanking it there. Oh, shoots the machine gun. Actually, that's not a bad idea. And then it's ascending to retreat the shock troopers though. Machine gun almost rolled out here. Close one, but not quite. And right now, Band is actually being pushed back. Loyal is being pushed back into his base by Band, not the other way around. A seemingly decent turnaround there by Band versus Loyal. Of course, things are still very much going to be at the very edge of his seat. These need to rush up the T-34 to defend the Western victory point here from the 8 command. Got a Molotov off his straight to their path, but it's not going to be enough here. Not against the ACA command squad with 41 kills. The conscripts still out in the open are dead meat against them. They stand no chance against such well-trained veteran German infantry. T-34 coming up in the centre. Sturmpanzer around here by the IS-2. T-34 to deal with the 8 command squad. Got the point right in neutral. Yeah, command squad almost wiped out. Air support calling, there you go. Panther 4 flanking the IS-2. This could be disastrous for Band if he loses the IS-2. Need to get the T-34 to him now. Well, he's going to be toasted, also losing the western or eastern victory point here. IS-2's right down to less. Now I feel the Panther 4 against the ace level. Other Panther 4 moving in. Shot bounces. IS-2. Oh, dear. Very low on health here. Shots bounces off the IS-2's frontal armor. Gets out of the arc of fire. They're there support. Panther 4 shoots. Bounces again. Oh, gets stuck in front of the IS-2 here. IS-2 needs to keep this properly. There we go. T-34 arrives. Bad to lose the ace. Panther 4 here. Panther 4 down to the sliver of health, moving up the IS-2. He needs to be careful though. This could be a mistake. Panther 4 bounces a shot. Then T-34 in the precarious position. There you go. Panther 4 aces down. Just a regular Panther 4 now. Versus the IS-2 and the T-34. They're both alone health. T-34 down. They should have retreated sooner. Engineers need to retreat from the centre before they're annihilated. One engineer squad gone. Another T-34 on the way there. Panther 4 unleashing hell. Pushes the IS-2 to the limit, and he's going to lose it, I think, unless he gets super lucky. And the Sturmpanzer scores the kill. That was a bad call there by Band, I think. On top of losing the engineers in the T-34. Still, he's been able to wear down Loyal's force considerably. He has most of the infantry now, but the problem is his opponent's got a lot of tanks and armor. They can deal with his infantry. So the challenge is still high here for Band. Had he not lost the IS-2 and just got it fixed up, he would have been in a much better position than he actually was. That was, I think, a awkward judgment call there, which may just have cost them the match. (206 versus 10). Shock troopers being pursued by the Sturmpanzer, landing another devastating explosive. The shock troopers just being decimated, annihilated. There we go, wiped by a burst of MG42. 22 kills. Shock troopers trying to pass through. But there you go, they're just being halted by this ace machine gun crew. True heroes of the Reich. Unleashing well-aimed burst of death after the other. Just cutting Bantam down. He's grabbing the Pack 40 here. Trying to deal with the Sturmpanzer. Might get robbed up the Grenadiers here if he's not careful. Going for the western point, probably ceasing the eastern point himself. Sturmpanzer letting him down to the Pack 40, being routed here by the T-466 and the Pack. Conscript, they need to retreat. Almost got the Sturmpanzer here. Is there still a room here for Bantam? Maybe to grab victory from the jaws of defeat. Pack though got cleared up until his T-4 to take out the Sturmpanzer, which means he's going to have one less hard counter to his troops. Of course, there's still the AMG-42. 27 kills, one man, but it still fights for the glory of Deutschland. Most importantly, for not dying, but that may soon be the end. They're going to send a call in here on the centre point to keep Loyal off it. Enveloping his troops in a sea of fire that falls the Pioneers retreat for they're trying to outmaneuver the Panther 4. It's not working. He needs to get it out of there. More Pioneers for Loyal to repair his armor. And man can also just grab points. Banking up another T-4 shock troopers moving ahead here. Right into the midst of the Panther 4. Almost getting crushed there by the blitzing Panzerkampfwagenfear. T-4 gets a great hit. Panther 4 misses again. True shank for the center there. T-4 bounces off the Panther 4's armor. Jaeger command squad moving forwards, 43 kills. Damaged engine on the Panther 4. Ace Jaeger command squad ending the lives of the shock troopers with ease. Grenade off there. Right in the midst of them, almost gets a full wipe. The shock troopers themselves are close to being wiped out. T-4 rushing up north to grab the point. Shock troopers annihilated. Band is short in infantry as well now. Grab the eastern viewpoint there with the engineers. Grab the western one with the T-34 and 6. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Another T-34 almost done. Panther 4 covering up the center. They're acting as a mobile bunker at this point. Sturmpanzer 4 almost good to go. We got 161 versus 10. How long can this madness go on? There you go. Panzer Barrage here firing at the T-34. Doing absolutely nothing. In fact, could be rushed by the T-34, but there you go, gets away in time. So we got 153 versus 10. Pioneers move towards these, getting counter the engineers. Whew. This is quite an intense fight. Engineers squad number 2 on the way there for Band and the Red Army. 25th Tank Corps. Sturmpanzer rushing eastwards. Panther 4 need repairs. T-34 trying for this. I need to be careful here though. One mistake could cost Band the fight here again. He's already made a bunch of them. There you go. Packed white in the single shot. Ace MG42 that keeps just unleashing all flavors of hell. They're almost about to get wiped out here. And down it goes. A tragic loss for the German army. Constant suppressor, they try to push ahead. The T-4 flanking the Sturmpanzer, but it's heavily damaged already. Penetrating hit though. Almost got the center victor point. Conscripts trying to get close. The Pack gets annihilated by the Panther 4 and send it to the recruit machine gun. Shock trooper suppressed. T-4 continue to fight around the Sturmpanzer. They're all one slowly being repaired, you think? Utter chaos. You need to deal with the Panther 4. There you go. Penetrating hit. Almost got the Panther 4, but the Panther 4 gains 22. Could make it harder for the T-4 to penetrate in the rear armor. Oh, misses. And all these bounces. Causing into the T-34. Down to 120 versus 10. Western Victor Point makes his number the air command squad. The Aces here. The Knights' Cross Soldiers. 48 kills. 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 48 kil Shock Troop is almost annihilated here. Sturmpanzer V2. Shirts and add to that one as well. T-34 being rushed out to the battlefield. No time to fix it up. Just pushes ahead. Pack recruit. T-34 going for it. Penetrating hit, but there you go. Good hit from the Pack 4, and the Panther 4 bounces off the T-34's armor. A close call there. Another one. Wow. That's some real luck. But there you go. Engineers on the hand. I think we'll find no such clemency there from Lady Luck as the advanced strength and life of Sturmpanzer didn't get sniped by a Pack 40 hit. Point blank, 75mm armor piercing shell straight through the chest. No doctor's going to help you with that one. Another T-34 for the band. We got 94 versus 10. He's actually really closing in here on Lawyer, but it's coming at an incredible cost there. Another incendiary artillery barrage to keep the point out of German hands. Yeah, Commod's got hiding out there. T-34 6, number 2, halfway done. Engineers, they're routed by the Panzerwehr, unleashing a close quarters barrage on the building. Punishing it for the crime of harbouring socialists. About to lose the Eastern one then. We got 87 versus 10. 86. T-34 6 almost done there. Match is heading towards the 1 hour mark. Will it get there? Will it soon be over? And there you go. Shock Troopers ambushing the air command squad. Petro falls first. The others continue onwards. Yuri follows next. Grenade dodge. They still take some on loss. It's going to be close whenever the air command squad still seems to have handled. It's going to be a close run. It's going to be a close run. Oh, down to one man. And there we go. Looks like he's realised the fight is over. GG, game over. A loss here for the Red Army. That was really close at times. In the end, I feel like Band just made a few critical errors at sort of, again, critical junctures as well. That really just end up, I mean, even though like he got back from a very aggressive and disruptive early game play, the Lord, which again was really strong, he just kind of threw away his chances of winning this. Really an absolutely spectacular match here, though, on Lost Slide. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.